there is one important concept we want to talk about before we proceeding to some other topics in quality. This is concept of order winning attributes versus order qualifying attributes. And you probably guess what it means. For instance, let's say we want to say that these four dimensions, conformance, performance, reliability, and durability, are order qualifying attributes, whereas other four dimensions are order winning attributes. What does it mean that order qualifying? Order qualifying implies that if you wanna place your product or service in the market, you gotta satisfy the minimum requirements. You gotta have products and services that satisfy these minimum requirements, minimum characteristics, or minimum level expected by the market, expected by the customer. Let's say I wanna sell a car. I wanna make a car, and I wanna sell the car in the market. And in order for me to sell my car in the market, the product I produce must have at least four attributes, four dimensions. The car must conform to the exact specification, exact or engineering requirements, and also the car must perform as expected, and the car must have reliability, and it must have some durability as well. So when we say these four attributes are order qualifying, that means that if you cannot have these four attributes satisfied for your products or for your services, you are not eligible. The product or service you make is not eligible to be in the market. So order qualifying attributes are those minimum requirements in order for the product or service to be placed in the market. But let's say there are two products, A and product B, both of which have this order qualifying attributes. But that doesn't mean that product A can be sold or product B can be sold to the customer, because customer, when arriving at the market, there are multiple products that have order qualifying attributes, and then the customer must pick or must choose one product among all these with order qualifying attributes. What is the criteria? What is the criteria the customer will use when she or he finally picks the product? And that attributes, we would just say that part of this order winning attributes. In other words, A and B have the same level of order qualifying attributes, but product A has higher quality in terms of features or in terms of serviceability. Okay. On the other hand, product B does not have this. Then the customer will pick this one. Instead of a B. Then we'll just say that these dimensions are order winning attributes. This is just an example. It depends on the product, it depends on an industry, it depends on the market. So in some market, maybe the order qualifying attributes, just the conformance and performance, and even reliability and durability, part of this order winning attributes. Or sometimes in some pretty highly advanced market, very advanced market, then sometimes we can imagine that even serviceability is just a part of a minimum requirement expected by the customer, and therefore you gotta try to differentiate your product and services with these two things: aesthetics and perceived quality. So depending on the market, depending on the industry characteristics, and depending on some other stages of a market advancement, exact categorization of order winning versus order qualifying attributes may be different, but you know the point, right? In your own market, the first thing you have to do is you have to make sure that your product and service has order qualifying attributes, but that's not enough. You have to try harder so that your product and service has some of these order winning attributes. Therefore, eventually your product and your service is chosen by the customer. Your product, your service wins the choice of the customer.